Well, today is the last day for filing of nominations for the third phase of elections. All seats in Goa, Gujarat, Kerala, Dadar and Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu and Puducherry will go to poll in this phase. Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal will head for voting in all the 7 phases of the general elections. Parliamentary constituencies going to polls in the third phase in Uttar Pradesh include Moradabad, Rampur, Sambhal, Firozabad, Mainpuri, Etah, Badaun, Bareilly and Pilibhit. And Anantnag seat in Jammu and Kashmir will also go to polls in this phase. Polling will take place on 23rd of April in 115 seats spread across 14 states. Nominations began on 28th of March with the issue of notification by the Election Commission. Scrutiny of nominations will be done on 5th of April and candidates can withdraw their nomination until 8th of April. And today is also the last date for filing of nominations for the third phase of assembly polls in Odisha. Voting in the third phase will be held on 23rd of April in 42 seats. And Congress President Rahul Gandhi will file his nomination today from Wayanad constituency in Kerala. Rahul Gandhi is contesting from Wayanad Lok Sabha seat in addition to his traditional stronghold of Amethi in Uttar Pradesh. His sister and Congress in charge of Eastern Uttar Pradesh, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, is likely to accompany him. Rahul Gandhi will also hold a roadshow ahead of filing of nomination in Wayanad. Rahul Gandhi will face LDF candidate CPI's PP Sunir, while NDA has fielded Bharat Dharma Janasena leader Tushar Vellapalli from Wayanad.
दक्षिण भारत से लोगों की जो प्रतिक्रिया मिल रही है वो ये कि कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष ने अमेठी के साथ साथ वायनाड को भी चुना है, तो इससे एक जो संबंध है दो हिस्सों का देश से वो प्रगाढ़ हुआ है। दक्षिण भारत की ना सिर्फ केरल, कर्नाटक और तमिलनाडु बल्कि महाराष्ट्र के हिस्सों में, तेलंगाना, आंध्र प्रदेश के हिस्सों में भी इसका प्रभाव पड़ेगा और हमें इसका फायदा मिलेगा।
And after filing his nomination, Rahul Gandhi will head to Maharashtra. During the 2-day visit, the Congress president will hold multiple election rallies and also a public interaction with students in Pune. In the evening, Rahul Gandhi will address an election rally in Nagpur. And on Friday, Rahul Gandhi will hold a 2-hour interaction with the students at the Bharatiya Vidyapeeth campus. He will also address rallies in Chandrapur and in Wardha. And CPIM leader Sitaram Yechury has questioned the Congress over fielding Rahul Gandhi from Wayanad. Let's take a listen.
The Congress has chosen to field its president in Kerala. I have said very clearly right from the beginning, today, this is a democracy in that anybody can contest from anywhere according to the law. So that is their right. I mean, that is something which we are not objecting. But what we are asking is, what is the message you are sending? Choosing a place where the BJP is not the threat, but the main contest in Kerala for decades has been between the LDF and the UDF. So targeting in this situation to defeat the LDF rather than the BJP, what is the signal that the Congress wishes to give?
And major setback for the Congress party ahead of polls in Odisha, as 2 of its candidates for the assembly elections resigned from the primary membership, alleging mismanagement. Now, Yudhishthir Samantri and Bibu Tarai, candidates for the Pipili and Tirtol assembly seats respectively, sent their resignation letters to the OPCC president Niranjan Patnaik on Wednesday. While Samantri claimed that the state leadership put party tickets on sale, Bibu Tarai alleged that the Congress has fielded a candidate having criminal background. Samantri also alleged that the Congress party sold tickets for money. OPCC has, however, rejected both the allegations and said that there is some misunderstanding and the issue will be resolved. And with this, just 1 week to go now for the Lok Sabha polls to begin, campaigning is reaching a crescendo. BJP President Amit Shah will campaign in Telangana and in Andhra Pradesh. He will address public rallies in Karimnagar and in Warangal. All 17 seats in Telangana will go to polls in a single phase on 11th of April. The BJP President will also address a public meeting in Guntur in Andhra Pradesh. He will also take part in a roadshow in Visakhapatnam in the evening. Union Home Minister and Senior Party Leader Rajnath Singh will also address a rally in Gautam Budh Nagar. Meanwhile, former Prime Minister H.D. Devegowda will hit also the campaign trail in Tumakuru in Karnataka, his new constituency. He will address rallies in other districts as well. Now, Tumakuru is Devegowda's new home turf after he passed on his traditional bastion, the Hassan, to his grandson. Former Prime Minister and JDS leader is pitted against JS Basavajru of the BJP. And Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu will also campaign for the TDP in the state. He will address a public meeting in Guntur district. Also, new allies BSP Chief Mayawati and Jansena founder Pawan Kalyan will campaign in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana today. The two leaders will address a rally in Tirupati, and this will be followed by a public meeting in Hyderabad. The Congress Party released a fresh list of 11 candidates for the Lok Sabha polls. The list includes 6 candidates from Gujarat and 4 from West Bengal. The list also names 1 candidate from Odisha. The party also released a list of 9 candidates for the assembly polls in the state. The Congress Party will also release its manifesto at 22 locations today. As part of its campaign, top party spokesperson will release the manifesto at party's state headquarters in 22 states and list out the key points in their document. The aim is to reach out to the grassroots level and to ensure that the message of the party reaches the people. Campaigning is underway in full swing for the ensuing Lok Sabha polls. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday said that TMC Supremo Mamata Banerjee is a speed breaker in the path of West Bengal's development. Addressing a rally in Siliguri, he insisted that Mamata Banerjee has to go to make a way for the betterment of the state. Prime Minister Modi also took on the Congress Party over its manifesto. He said that the development in the country garnered a new speed during the 5 years rule of the NDA government, except in the state of West Bengal. The Prime Minister said that Didi has not allowed people of West Bengal to benefit from Ayushman Bharat scheme.
ये दीदी आपके विकास की स्पीड ब्रेकर है। साथियों, दीदी को गरीबों की चिंता नहीं है। आखिर दीदी गरीबों का पॉलिटिक्स करने में मशगूल है। वो गरीबी को खत्म करने के लिए कैसे काम कर सकती है? अगर गरीबी खत्म हो जाएगी तो दीदी की पॉलिटिक्स भी खत्म हो जाएगी।
Prime Minister Modi also addressed a rally in Kolkata. And addressing the gathering, he said that India needs freedom from dynasts.
बंगाल भी आज परिवार तंत्र के बोझ तले दब रहा है। बुआ भतीजा मिलकर बंगाल के संसाधनों को लूट रहे हैं। यहां के सामर्थ्य के साथ नाइंसाफी कर रहे हैं। साथियों, बंगाल की धरती देशभक्तों की धरती है। जैसे देश को अंग्रेजों से मुक्ति दिलाई, उसी तरह देश को इस परिवार तंत्र से मुक्ति दिलाकर जनतंत्र को, लोकतंत्र को मजबूत करने का काम भी यह बंगाल करेगा और देश को दिशा देगा।
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi also addressed a rally in Gondia in Maharashtra, turning up the heat on the Congress party over its poll promise of reviewing AFSPA. Prime Minister Modi said that assurance toys with the national security and terming the coming together of opposition parties against the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party a Mahamilawat. PM Modi said that the Congress manifesto is a document of conspiracy. PM Modi also listed out the government's achievements in the past 5 years. Addressing the rally, PM Modi said that the security forces were relentlessly combating Naxalism and the days of Maoists who had spread violence in Maharashtra were numbered.
हमारे लिए दल से बड़ा देश है, लेकिन सच्चाई ये भी है कि हमारा देश दशकों तक एक ऐसी उल्टी दिशा में ही चला है। आतंकियों पर कार्रवाई के बजाय तुष्टीकरण के नाम पर उन्हें बचाने का काम किया गया है। अब देश में अपनी दिशा भी बदली है और आगे बढ़ने की गति भी बदली है।
And with the first round of Lok Sabha polls just weeks away in Maharashtra, all the four main players, Congress, NCP, BJP and Shiv Sena, have been busy working out the alliance. While the BJP took a lead in stitching pact with Shiv Sena, Congress and the NCP also claim that their alliance is on track and well enough to take on the formidable NDA. Here is a report.
The breeze in Mumbai may not reveal if it's blowing for a change, but certainly political activities are slowly picking up in a big state which accounts for 48 Lok Sabha seats. Last time it was Modi Way which had handed BJP its highest ever tally of 23 seats and also a windfall in assembly polls, pricing out the first ever BJP chief minister. This time too the BJP will be banking on Modi and his performance at the state level.
In Maharashtra, we are contesting elections on the works which has done by central government and state government, and we had done very good things for people of Maharashtra. Mostly, first of all, the development in infrastructure sector, the development in ports, the development in agricultural sector. And along with that, we had taken many decisions which are socially important decisions. We had implemented them. So the work done by central government and state government, that will be our plank for these elections.
In the battle of Alliance 2, the BJP is faring better, getting alliance with restive yet age-old ally Shiv Sena back on the track.
We have formed an alliance with the Bharatiya Janata Party, who is an old friend of ours, an old ally, and there were issues pertaining, there were certain differences between the two parties, but there was never an animosity, and hence we decided to form a coalition with them, and the alliance is surging ahead.
Shiv Sena and BJP seemingly ahead in the battle of wits as far as the alliances are concerned, as they've been able to overcome differences and stitch the alliance together once again. On the other hand, the Congress and the NCP too are claiming to have alliance struck once again, but differences still remains, essentially concerning the smaller parties.
As per the deal, Congress has got 26 seats and NCP 22 seats. The talks are still on with the smaller parties. Both the parties know that these smaller partners may just play a spoiler if ignored or kept dissatisfied.
Our alliance is completely in place. We will be contesting on 26 seats, and NCP is going to contest on 22 seats. So out of 48, both the parties have worked out very well. And the problem is the other parties, the third parties. These parties are expecting a lot. And they are basically expecting from us to give up our seats and without any reason. So the problem is there. Problem is not in Congress and NCP. We have been meeting for last 6 months on a regular basis. We have been discussing various issues and seat sharing issues, and that has been sorted out properly.
Post-2014, Maharashtra has seen BJP expanding its footprints in the strongholds of Congress like Marathwada and NCP's Western Maharashtra, after winning several local body polls. But the opponents say Lok Sabha polls may throw a different picture.
Unemployment is a bigger issue. Farmer distress is a bigger issue. Inflation is a bigger issue. Corruption is a bigger issue. In Maharashtra, 16 of ministers having corruption charges. The chief minister himself giving them clean chit. So all these issues are there. Definitely we will take these issues into the public and we are hopeful we will win more than 50% seats.
While the alliances is worked out on both the sides, it's now up to distribution of tickets that may decide the contours of the polls and performance of the parties. In Mumbai with camera person Om Prakash, Rajat Kane for Rajya Sabha TV.
An LJP leader and Union Minister Ramvilas Paswan has expressed confidence of NDA's return in the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. Speaking exclusively to Rajya Sabha television, Paswan, who will not contest in the upcoming Lok Sabha elections, said that he will work to strengthen his party.
लोग तो लोकसभा चुनाव की अपनी सीट छोड़ते नहीं, आप क्यों नहीं लड़ रहे?
नहीं कुछ नहीं, हम लोग पहले से ही हम लोगों ने पार्टी ने निर्णय ले लिया था कि हम जाएंगे, क्या राज्यसभा हम जाएंगे और 50 साल 1969 में एमएलए बने थे, 50 साल क्या हो गया है, तो अपना थोड़ा सरकार में जाने के बाद जो है पार्टी का दूसरे राज्य में जो संगठन वगैरह है तो वो थोड़ा ढीला पड़ जाता है, तो हम लोग अपना संगठन के काम को देखेंगे।
तो ये जो आपके सामने एक जो महागठबंधन है आरजेडी, कांग्रेस और इसके अलावा अन्य जो 2-3 पार्टियां हैं, उसके सामने आप लोगों की एनडीए में इस बार क्या स्थिति रहेगी?
अभी तो बना ही नहीं, उनका कहाँ है, अभी तो सीट, वो तो गठबंधन, वो तो गठबंधन ही नहीं है, तो महागठबंधन क्या हो, कहाँ बन गया है? वहाँ क्या कहते हैं कि वो जो दोनों क्या कहते हैं कि जो तेजस्वी है और तेज प्रताप है, वहाँ अपने लठम लट्टी हो रहा है, तो कहाँ बन गया है? जो सीट का बंटवारा, अभी तो पूरा सीट का बंटवारा नहीं हुआ है, बहुत सीट खाली ही है। फिर कांग्रेस के साथ में कहीं है, कहीं सीपीआई के साथ में है, कहीं क्या कहते हैं कि दोनों भाई में है, तो इसलिए जो है वहाँ कोई चैलेंज ही नहीं है। एनडीए के सामने में जो है कोई गठबंधन का चैलेंज ही नहीं है, हम लोग 40 में 40 सीट जीतेंगे।
2014 में जो स्थिति थी उसके बाद इस साल जो स्थिति है उस स्थिति में कोई परिवर्तन नहीं आया है, कौन सा मुद्दा लग रहा है आपको?
उसके बाद से देश कहाँ से कहाँ चला गया, 5 साल में क्या कहते हैं कि देख रहे हैं जो अभी जो ये सब सारा का सारा चीज चल रहा है पड़ोसी देश के साथ में, तो लोगों के दिमाग में यही है कि भाई तुमको प्रधानमंत्री जो है, लड़ाई तो प्रधानमंत्री की होगी ना, तो प्रधानमंत्री में नरेंद्र मोदी, एक तरफ से नरेंद्र मोदी हैं, दूसरी तरफ से किसको मानने कौन तैयार है?